Yesterday, the world was World Autism Awareness Day. You both must be encouraged by all that's happened in this subject since you literally started it.
Yeah, you know, we've come a long way within the community. When I first had Evan diagnosed with autism, there wasn't much of anything. I had to find out about biomedical treatment on the internet after I typed in autism on Google. And out 3 years later now, there's 3 books and many thousands of children getting better because of biomedical treatment.
Jenny brought so much focus to this problem. And kind of that's why I'm here, is I want to bring as much focus as we can to this problem.
You married autism. Or, well, you're not married, so you live with autism.
When I invited Jenny into my life, I invited Evan into my life. And when I first met Evan, he was like he was on another planet. I wasn't in the room. There was no eye contact. There was no response to dialogue. There was no affection. And over time, I witnessed Jenny pull Evan through the window of unconsciousness and isolation into our world, where he is now a fully functioning person who can communicate, who can connect, and this is through biomedical treatments, GFCF diet, and the therapies that she's talking about. So I believe that autism, in my heart, is preventable
and treatable.
Fully functional. He's
completely recovered, Larry, completely recovered. And he's not the only one. There are thousands in this community that are getting better.
Why did you go so public? I mean, you had an autistic child. He got better. So why are you here?
I could have, you know, hid and not said anything, and Evan would have blended into society. I made a pact with God, though. The day Evan became diagnosed with autism, I said, if you show me the way, God, and show me how to heal my boy, I will continue to teach the world how I did it. And within 1 year of that kind of conversation with God, Evan was undiagnosed from autism.
But it's still shocking to see how many people are ignoring this information.
The American Academy of Pediatrics, I begged and have sat down with and said, why are you not sitting down with our doctors and our scientists who are treating and recovering children with autism? And they refuse to this day to sit down.
I think if there was any possibility that a child was being helped, that someone would listen, someone would take a look. And the fact is, they're not even considering the information. They're not only not considering, they're discouraging it.
But you've had a major effect. Big story in the LA Times last week. Number of kids not being vaccinated in public schools in Los Angeles.
Go back to the 1989 schedule, when shots were only 10 and the MMR was on that list. I don't know what happened in 1990. There was no plague that was killing children, that we had to triple the amount of vaccines.
What happened after 1989?
The
why did they
It warranted 26 more vaccines.
Greed.
Are all of them absolutely necessary?
Because they want to make money.
Of course. Back in 1989, the shot schedule was 10 shots given.
10 shots given.
When I was a kid, what do we get, 3?
It's twice as many as anywhere else in 30 countries in the Western world. The AAP is financed by the drug companies. Medical schools are financed by the drug companies. This is a huge business. Vaccines are the largest growing division of the pharmaceutical industry. $13 billion.
They control medical schools. I mean, these doctors are not learning about prevention or vitamins or diet, and you know, as a precautionary measure right now. You know, you remove certain medications off shelves because they're deemed unsafe. Why not vaccines?
In February, a special vaccine court ruled in 3 test cases representing 5,000 families that the combination of thimerosal, is that right?
Thimerosal.
Containing vaccines and the MMR vaccine are not causal factors in the development of autism. How do you react?
Our kids get 36 vaccines. The MMR is 2 of the 36 shots, okay? Before their first MMR vaccine, they get 23 other vaccines. Jenny, can you pull up the visuals for just a sec? This shows very quickly how many vaccines children get at their 2-month visit, their 4-month visit, and their 6-month visit. 23 vaccines before the first MMR. Saying that the MMR
That's
vaccine...
every
child in America. This is the CDC schedule. Saying that the MMR does not, or that vaccines do not cause autism because of this one vaccine is like having a plane crash, suspecting mechanical failure, looking at one wing, saying that one wing is safe, so therefore the whole plane is safe. It's madness.
When I trained in medical school, we saw one child with autism, and they said, Dr. Cartznell, come look quick. There's a child with autism. You'll never see one again.
So it was rare?
It was very rare.
So are you saying it's increased?
I am definitely saying it's increased.
Because?
Well, because I think there's a lot of toxins out there that are in the environment. I think the bloated shot schedule now that we have, you know, we're asking women to get a flu vaccine at 6 months. And the flu vaccine's never been shown to be safe for fetuses. And yet we're going ahead and asking our women to take that.
We know with conviction that vaccines cause brain injury. It's on the Health and Human Services website. So we're looking for something that's caused this epidemic. It went from 1 in 10,000 in the 1970s to less than 1 in 100 today in many states. The AAP truly never looks. They've never talked to Jenny. They've never talked to Dr. Jerry here. He's had dozens of children in his practice recover.
They're saying to these parents, we don't have any answers, we're not looking for any answers, and please don't look for your own.
And they're not offering any hope, and we are.